everyone, welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Yoseline.
And I'm Brenda. Thanks for joining us once again. You know, you can hear the news, you can read up on these things, but you want to hear from us about pop culture, and we're here to provide.
We're here to provide some sense of relief, escapism on this, I guess, world that's just so crazy.
Yeah, there's always so many negative things out there. You know, why not enjoy a little bit of a break from that with us?
Something that's not so serious.
Exactly.
I think that's the best way.
Exactly.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
But speaking of not that serious, we have a whole lot of topics for you because we do not have a recap. White Lotus, as you know, ended. So we are going to be going over a reality star. I don't know if she's a millionaire woman who is appearing on that Call Her Daddy show. Khloe Kardashian, first Kardashian to be on there. So we're learning more about Khloe.
Yes, Khloe. And speaking of billionaire people with money, we're getting our first look at the Times 100 most influential people. And there's some people that I give A++ to. Other people, one specific person, I'm like, have you
scratching your head?
Read the room.
Read the room, people. And, you know, we do work in news, and earlier in the week, this was all over the news, but not in a good way, good, bad way. I don't know. The reaction, it's a hot take. The reactions have been interesting over the all-female flight that included the likes of Katy Perry. So we'll get into that.
And Coachella Week 2 is happening this weekend, but we're going to recap weekend 1, who was there, what were they wearing.
Lady Gaga.
And Lady Gaga, she
was a star. The star of the show.
She is a star. But yeah, before we get into that, let's talk about our weekends. I'll start off with mine because
she had a busy weekend.
I had a busy weekend and I didn't even remember. I mentioned in the last episode I was heading to Austin for an award show. We were nominated for 2 categories. We lost, but it was still fun. Like, you know, being in a room full of people that are in the news is always fun because they just get it. I'm telling you, I felt like the program was going so fast, and we were talking about how efficient we are, just like categories, winner, go up there,
you're like,
picture,
we're not wasting any time.
Not like a slow. Everyone was like good walking pace to the stage. Lots of awards. I got
no
to
long
see
speeches.
No speeches.
No
at
Adrian
all.
Brody speeches.
No Adrian Brody. Yes, we lost, but it was our first time there, and I was just so thankful. And you know, it gives you that little taste of like, ooh, we could win. You know, we were finalists. We were top 2. More to come.
But also to see like what is winning, so you can bring that back
and be like, oh, that's what people like. Oh, that's what people like. But it was in Austin, so I hadn't been in Austin for a while. I got a chance to I ate so good this weekend.
That's good. That's the best place to go.
And, you know, shout out to Khloe for that one because she's the one that's more into, like, TikToks and the food places. I will take credit for Bangers, which was the, like, German sausage place we went to.
Okay.
It was super good, but we had some Thai food.
Is she the Rachel Kirkconnell?
Yeah.
She like looks for all the restaurants. She looks for all the restaurants for the content.
Just go
for the content. For the content.
Yeah. And then we found this amazing pizza place right by our hotel, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was so good. And next time I'm in Austin, we're definitely going.
She was giving me some recognitions of like a Thai place and all these things, and I was like, okay, I'll save that for later.
It was good. It was good. And then we went to Congress Street. I was in a driverless Uber.
Oh, okay. What was that like? Scary.
Not because they were like crazy, but it's just like.
Did it just come up when you requested it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the guy, our friend John, you don't really pick it. You just kind of ask for an Uber, and it might offer you that. And we got lucky, and we wanted one. We purposely wanted one, and then we got it, and we were just like,
And does it like abrupt turns and like weird?
It's not very abruptly, but for example, we were on a street that on a red light, it went green. For some reason, there was a car that was parallel parked, and it wanted to like go, and it like kind of like at the same time like kind of jolted. And then like stopped and then let it go, and we're like, wow, it's so polite. The other thing, it just kind of like parks it, like when it dropped us off, it came right behind cars that were parked to like drop us off. I just feel like it doesn't take into consideration like people's sizes when like you have to open the door. It was just like very like whoosh, very close, but very fun. I'd do it again.
Oh, okay, good to know. Well, I guess they're not as scary as one would think.
Yeah, it's just yourself. You're freaking out. But how was your weekend?
It was good. I'm trying to think. I just watched TV all weekend. I did absolutely nothing. I watched the show Pulse on Netflix. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of like Grey's Anatomy, like soapy type of like medicine drama. It's really good. Also watched, I didn't finish it, but Black Mirror, started watching that. So that was good. Did I do anything? No, I just stayed at home. It felt really nice.
You were out last weekend, though. You had a busy prior weekend.
And I'm going to be out this weekend. So I really just wanted to just have a in-between time to clean the house, did laundry, prepared for this weekend so that I didn't have to do anything when I came back home. So yeah, just watching
TV. Did you prepare your meals for next week?
No,
you have Monday off.
Yeah, I have Monday off. Yeah, I'll try to be back Monday afternoon early so I can prep my meals for the week because I feel like my life isn't complete if I don't have a meal prep moment. So.
I didn't have one this week because
does it feel weird?
It's like, what am I going to eat today? Like, I have to go get some. Like, it's just a thing that
I perfectly like timed out what I made this week. It like ends on Friday, and I'm like, yay, good job, me, good job, me. But I also watched Coachella. That was my whole weekend. It was just watching and consuming Coachella, so that was really nice.
And we'll get into that in just a bit, and we're all here for Lady Gaga's performance. But let's start off with some of the headlines that we want to just. Yeah, we do have a lot. They're not. We have a lot, but I'm kind of like I don't have a lot of opinion about it. If that makes sense. And let's start off with we're getting more casts named for the upcoming Harry Potter series. We kind of had heard rumors about Papa Isidore to be playing the next Snape. Has been confirmed. He is taking that role on. We also have actor comedian Nick Frost, a mainstay of Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. He's confirmed as Hagrid. HBO finally confirmed that veteran actor John Lithgow as Dumbledore. We have Janet McTeer. She's gonna set to play McGonagall? Yeah, McGonagall. As you can see, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Well, I like it.
Oh my God, that's true. I forgot that you haven't actually watched all of Harry Potter, have you?
I feel like I haven't, but I feel like I have. Does that make sense?
Celine.
I know.
Get on that.
And then screen newcomer Luke Thallon. He's 29 years old. He's fresh off his acclaimed run as Hamlet for the Royal Shakespeare Company. He's going to be Professor Quirrell.
Quirrell.
Yeah.
He's the main villain in the first one.
Oh, the one with the
one with the, yeah.
Okay, I've seen that one. I actually think I went to like the premiere and early screening of the very first one.
Oh, really?
But yeah, that's just, I don't think...
All the professors are set in place for Hogwarts.
I think, obviously, Hermione, Ron, and Harry are going to be the big reveals. That
I think they're going to be newcomers. I would hope that it'd be newcomers.
I feel like it would.
I don't really know of, like, child stars that would.
Oh no, they have to be like absolutely fresh.
I wonder if they're going to be British.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know actually.
Like I wonder if their take is still going to be like British accents.
I think they're going to be young because I think they want this series to be like we're going to squeeze
for
out
a long
of it.
time. Yeah, no.
But the only downside of that is that if you cast someone that hasn't hit puberty, you just don't know when they're going to like hit it. Say, what if Harry Potter ends up being like 6'3"? Because he hit puberty like in season 2.
They're like, I mean, how do you predict that stuff? Tell me your family lineage. Do you have a history of height in there?
But if you're a Harry Potter fan, now you know we have some lineup and some clarity as to where casting is heading. Speaking of other, we spoke earlier about White Lotus. We have some drama. White Lotus versus SNL. Yeah, you heard that right. So you probably heard about what was going on, but Amy Lou Wood has no hard feelings for SNL star Sarah Sherman after the White Lotus actress criticized Sherman's impression of her in a recent SNL live sketch. Wood revealed the comedian has sent her flowers. So if you're not familiar, SNL did a sketch based on White Lotus. The comedian Sarah Sherman played Amy Lou's character with like prosthetic teeth and kind of like they were okay. Amy Lou has like big gappy teeth, but the teeth that this girl had on were like low-key rotten a little bit.
Yeah, it was like an over-exaggeration of her teeth.
And Amy Lou kind of said that it was unfunny and kind of mean. And I think a lot of people stood behind her because, not my understanding, it's my, like, I hear comedians say that, like, the lowest form of comedy is addressing people's looks. Like, that's just, like, not smart writing.
And the thing is, the sketch wasn't about them being characters on the show. It was like a riff on White Lotus where it's like following presidents on the White Lotus set, and then she was the only character they actually took from the storyline.
Yeah.
So it was like, if you're gonna redo it, redo everybody. Like, why did you keep me and this one punchline?
Yeah.
So.
But they're cool. She was just bringing up how she thought it was not funny and kind of mean.
And Walter Goggins threw his hat into the ring with everything. People continue to speculate that they have a feud because he reshared the snippet or a picture of that specific sketch, and he said, right on point, or like that they did a good job essentially, and people continue to speculate that they have a feud. But the guy who originally said that they don't, the guy from Harry Potter who was in the show, I saw him like respond being like, people don't know what they're talking about, all this stuff. But I'm like, you're the one who started
everything. You let us
you
believe.
Can't put the worms back into the can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of mean, we have some Taylor Swift and Kanye West headline, which I thought would never come again since 2009. So Taylor Swift is reportedly taking legal steps after Kanye West made offensive claims about her on social media. According to reports, the pop star has issued a cease and desist letter in response to West's remarks. I'm not going to quote him directly, but he basically claimed that Harry Styles and Justin Bieber both have been intimate with Taylor Swift. He obviously used the bad word of intimate, and he tweeted that out, but...
Bro, what?
So...
In what world? Like, where is this coming from?
Yeah, why? But sticking with Taylor Swift, let's talk about this. According to Taylor Swift Updates, which is a fan account on Twitter, the music icon has been working on her next album with Swedish conductor Eric Arvinder, who has collaborated with other stars like Avicii, Childish Gambino, John Legend, and Lady Gaga, among others.
Okay.
And people obviously have been, people who follow him have said, like, he posts himself in the studio, but with no audio. Like, just him,
He also said in an interview that he's been working with Taylor since the beginning of the year. So...
Oh, he did? I didn't find that. Okay.
He said that, allegedly, according to everything I was reading, that he said it, but it was pulled from the internet because everyone was like, what?
What do you think, what if, hear me out, he's working on music for her movie that she's working on?
Oh, I don't know. Do you think that she would release a different album aside from Reputation?
Oh, like before?
Yeah. Everyone's suspecting that she may release, you know how like they say that Karma was supposed to be an album, that might be released before Reputation.
That could
since
be
it was
it.
that in-between time.
Oh, that could be it. I just want Taylor Swift, before I'm dead, to let me know if Karma is real or not. Like, you don't have to release it if you don't want to. Just give me the acknowledgement. Like, yes, that theory is correct. There is album that I just never put out.
Yeah.
Or Karma is, like, totally
Like, was it an album that you're like, I'm just going to extract songs from this and, like, throw
what
it?
What is Karma?
Yeah.
Like, are we crazy or not?
Or was Karma just the song
Yeah.
that you just repurposed
it's
because you didn't do
orange.
the album?
But it's orange. It's the orange door. I don't know. Taylor Swift, if I get into this, I'll never.
If I find you.
If I find you. So, moving on with some more music, we have Addison Rae has a
Woo!
very important news to share when she joined Arca on stage at Coachella. As she concluded her performance of Arca Marine / Aquamarine, the musician turned around to show the words June 6 written on her underwear, revealing the release date to her much-anticipated debut album. I did include the much-anticipated part because I want to know what vibe we're going. Like, Addison Rae is just in another sphere right now for me. That
It's going to be like old Britney Spears, early 2000s mixed with Charlie XCX. Like, it's called, what is it called? Is it called Headphones or something? Put your headphones on or something like that?
No, don't tell me that.
It's called something.
Oh,
It's called something like that.
Don't say that to
Pause
me.
World. Where is Addison
see.
Rae? It's called Headphones On. Yes, I was correct. It's called Headphones On. And actually, I saw she's doing like a little not sweepstakes, but like a giveaway where she's giving away her bejeweled iPod. I'm like, what year is this? A bejeweled iPod?
I bet you has the album on it.
Oh, that'd be cool. So that's why I think it's gonna go for that like
Y2K.
Y2K, maybe like Tumblr era-esque vibes.
Guys,
I'm excited.
Headphones
on.
You're telling me you had Diet Pepsi, Aquamarine, and this is what we came up with for the album. You know what? I'm still excited. Excited.
It's gonna be interesting.
She was among some of the performers at Coachella. We'll get into Coachella a little later. Doja Cat is set to drop her next album in 2025 through Konsambi Records and RCA Records. This French-titled project comes after her 2023 album Scarlet and its 2024 follow-up Scarlet 2 Claude. So
cool. Yay. I don't listen to a whole lot of Doja Cat.
I don't either, but I'd love to know that
the singles are always good.
Music is inspired probably by Joseph Quinn.
Oh. There's going to be a song called Fire. What is he in the new Fantastic Four? Firestarter? I don't know. Torch. There you go. I don't know, guys. I don't know anything about Fantastic Four.
It's okay.
Torching my love.
Torching my love. Let's stick with music news. She's back, and I'm talking about Lorde. She has officially announced the incoming release of a new single titled What Was That? The new song will be released soon as Lorde's first official single in 4 years. We saw Lorde this weekend, also at Coachella.
Yeah.
She performed with Charlie XCX.
Love to see Lorde back. I did like her last. Well, I didn't listen to her whole album, the last one, but I like Solar Power. Mm-hmm. Everyone said it sounded like a shaving cream commercial.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think it got a lot of.
That's why like everyone was kind of like it kind of gives like.
The album, that's not the one that was like by Jack Antonoff, right? It was the Green Light or something.
That's a great album.
That's with Jack Antonoff,
yes.
Right? Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they collaborated with this one too. I don't know if they've been consistently collaborating, but I don't know because Green Light's about them being together while he was with Lena Dunham.
Well, after that they're like.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll see.
We have a medical update with Lil Nas X. He posted a series of videos after being hospitalized for experiencing partial paralysis in the right side of his face. The Grammy winner did not reveal the cause of his condition. That's according to CNN, actually.
Yeah, that was so sad. I kept seeing videos of that all over earlier in the week.
Another health story with Grey's Anatomy alum Eric Dane, who announced he has been diagnosed with ALS just weeks after calling off his divorce from Rebecca Gayheart. I have been diagnosed with ALS, he told People. I am grateful to have my loving family by my side as we navigate this next chapter.
That's so sad.
You know him from Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. He is expected to be back on
Euphoria. They're probably going to try to get his stuff early in.
And I segued this into Euphoria because we're getting pictures of Miss Sydney Sweeney. She is walking down the aisle, but not with her ex-fiance, Jonathan Davino. The actress was spotted in fan-captured footage, seemingly on the set of Euphoria Season 3, in a white wedding dress. I saw the pictures. Doesn't look like Cassie would wear that dress.
Yeah,
it looked like Sydney Sweeney would be wearing that dress.
Yeah, it's very. I'm assuming it's going to be a very huge time jump. I'm like, is she still with Nate? Is she going to marry Nate, or is this a dream sequence, like when she was pregnant? You know, like that sequence when she was pregnant or whatever. But I'm like, how many sequences would they do? Like, I don't know. I would totally imagine Cassie getting married. I feel like that was her fate.
That was her goal.
Yeah, that was her goal. So we'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
I wonder if that feels uncomfortable. Like I was gonna get married around the same time, and I'm in a wedding dress for a TV show.
Yeah, that's awkward. Because then pictures are just timing is everything.
Yeah, timing is everything.
And going back to health news, we have the authorities came out with the results of Michelle Trachtenberg's cause of death. It is diabetes mellitus or mellitus. I don't know what it was, but it was basically her diabetes that she had been living with, and the complications. They have ruled it a natural death. And people were very shocked, but it was something that she had been dealing with for a while. But
Very
moving on to continuing, I just remember that we need to cover that story. Moving on to more, I guess, series news, we have Bella Hadid is currently in Paris. She has been spotted this week on set of The Beauty. And if the title feels very ironic, that's the point, based on the 2016 Image Comics graphic novel of the same name by Jeremy Hahn and Jason. This is a new series being produced by Ryan Murphy, and she is set to be the lead. And
whoa, I didn't know she was the lead.
yeah, it's basically something along the lines, I was kind of reading into it, like it's a virus, and when you have it, you just get hotter. To the point where, I don't know. That's what I read. I don't know if it's true or not.
Stop.
It's based on this
not a
book.
TV show.
It's based on this novel that I just mentioned, Image Comics.
Can I get this virus? Can we all get infected with this virus?
Can we get infected with the virus?
No, it's not. Well, they got one of the most beautiful women, so.
I don't know, but if you look at the pictures, it doesn't look that cute.
I thought it was like a commercial for like a beauty campaign.
Oh no, it's
or
a whole
something,
series.
but no, that's
Beauty.
That's good for Bella Hadid. She went from that minor role in Yellowstone to now being the lead in this virus beauty story.
It is a dystopian world where beauty is not what it seems. The series is based by this. Yeah. Traditional gender roles and beauty standards have been flipped. So that means the uglier you are, the better.
Oh.
So if you get the virus, you get hotter. And that's like not okay. I don't know, I'm making this up. I'm just going by theories, but let's just move along. We have other casting news for a series that I have yet to watch the last season, Emily in Paris.
Oh my gosh, you still haven't seen it?
I have not seen their life in Italy. Let me put this on my list. So we're getting a confirmation of what cast members are coming back. And there's one person missing. It's not who you think it is. It is actually the actress that plays Genevieve.
Genevieve, who's Genevieve?
The Italian friend? She just was new.
Oh, I thought it was Camille. I was reading just the comments on Instagram, and I'm like, Camille, not Camille. We still need to know what's going to happen with her. Okay, I don't remember
it's
who
not,
Genevieve is.
what's his name? The guy who
Lucas
said it.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Well, no, recently he did an interview. I just saw like a street interview with him, and he said he was actually really happy with the scripts for this season, saying that he's liking the direction his character's going into. So maybe they heard his complaints and were like, we need to keep this guy, especially since he's dating Shailene Woodley. That's more.
I think it's more of like
for us.
I think it's more of like, I need a job. I like the script.
Yeah, I like the script now.
But that's just my.
Well, Italy is kind of like the latter half of it, but you would love it. And this, I heard, is going to be all more focused on being in Italy, which I love.
Yes, even Alfie's back as a full cast.
I love Alfie.
Member.
It was so sad to not see him as much last season.
He's coming back as full character. But yeah, let's move on to some couple news. We have some Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus headlines. What is this, the 2000s? So are Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus planning a double date with their boos, Benny Blanco and Max Morondo? A source recently told Life in Style that not only did the standouts end their alleged feud years ago, but they might be coordinating a wholesome dinner. This comes after they saw each other at the Oscars. Miley Cyrus was there. She was like in the whole nomination thing. But Benny Blanco and Miley Cyrus have previously worked together, and they kind of chatted and just become like a little
reunion.
Couple friends.
Reunion. Go live so we can all be there. Just kidding.
I love this for them.
No, yeah, I'm so glad. I mean, who needs Nick Jonas?
Priyanka.
Who needs him?
Who needs him? But
love to see it. Throw in Demi Lovato.
Actually, she is. Like,
she looks great right now. Great. She looks so happy. I'm like, girl, you're glowing.
You're glowing.
I would hope.
Okay. The Selena and Demi riff is one of the things that like I
need to know about.
It's the Taylor and Carly, Selena and Demi. what could have ever happened.
What happened? Let us know.
Let us know if
Message
you
us.
know. But now Rosalia, the Spanish singer, was spotted on a cozy dinner date at Caparini in Beverly Hills with German actor Emilio Sacraria. He is a newcomer. You kind of mentioned that he is up in the running for the lead male role for Fourth Wing.
Yes, my friend Kim, reads those books. She's been sending me updates on this whole casting thing, and she was like, this is the guy that she wants to get that role. She said that he would be perfect. I don't know what role it is. Sorry, guys, I haven't read the books. I've been meaning to.
I've been meaning to read a lot.
I've heard good things. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited that they're going to make it into something. And, hey, Rosalia has a good eye for talent. For up-and-comers.
Up-and-comers, she does. But, I mean, they look cute together.
He even, like, on TikTok, in March, he posted a video of him working out with a Rosalia song, and it just popped up on my For You page this week after the pictures, and I'm like, the timing of TikTok, it's so messy.
That is messy and perfect at the same time. Speaking of messy, we have a breakup announcement. After 2 years of dating, Emma Corrin and Rami Malek have called it quits. People confirmed the pair split in April of this year. Like this month then, basically. I don't know why they said April 2025. But
not shocking, kind of.
I kind of had forgotten they were together. I thought he was still with that girl, Lucy.
No. When they got together, I was like, whoa, that was kind of fast. And then I was like, I don't know. But
something isn't adding up.
Emma Corrin's going to be in Pride and Prejudice, so
she'll be busy.
He hasn't really been doing a whole lot. Like, he was on a trajectory, and then it's kind of, like, quieted down. She still continues to...
Yeah, she's still good. Well, she was in Nosferatu, right?
Yeah, Nosferatu. She came out in one of the Black Mirror episodes.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, so...
Speaking of confusing, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas are continuing to fuel romance rumors. On April 13th, the pair were seen deplaning the actor's helicopter in London that took off from Madrid, Spain.
I don't get it, but...
No comment.
Pop off, queen.
No comment.
No comment.
What I do want to comment on is Lindsay Lohan is ready to make history. The Parent Trap and Mean Girl actress has been cast in Hulu's psychological thriller series Count My Lies, based on the best-selling novel by Sophie Staba. This marks Lohan's first lead role in a TV series.
Love it.
Yes, and she's also on the cover of Vogue Czechoslovakia? What is it?
She was giving...
She was in Jean Gaultier.
Yes, she is killing it right now. She looks so good. Love to see a Lindsay Lohan come back. I've been waiting for it.
We've been waiting for it, but it's nice to see her. I'm excited. I don't think we've seen her in something that's serious in a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope she's preparing, because this is it, girl. This is it.
This is the big leagues. You can have your Meryl moment.
Yeah.
We all expected it eventually.
Yeah.
It was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
You can do it. We believe in you.
We believe in you. And other people that want us to believe them is Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick.
I knew you were going to go there.
Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are trying to shut down those drama rumors as the two flash a huge smile at the London screening of Another Simple Favor on Tuesday. Well, the Hollywood actresses are currently promoting their upcoming movie. The pair have hinted at a possible rift after enduring plenty of awkward interactions during their press tour. I mean, it's been obvious. They kind of really don't talk to each other. When Anna is asked about Blake, she'll be like, "Oh, Blake, you know how she is." So even the pictures were awkward, and I don't.
But I'm just like confused. Like, I thought that they were doing a press tour, and then it stopped, and then they're bringing it back,
so
and I'm like,
my understanding is that they put their show on
South by Southwest.
Yes, and then they canceled their New York and LA, and I think they just jumped to London.
Okay.
And I think that's why we
We're
hadn't
going
seen
across
them.
the pond because we're not going to deal with the press here.
But yeah, I want to watch it.
When does it come out?
I think I didn't get it. It's like in May.
Oh, okay.
It's almost a couple.
I'll
It's gonna be on
probably
Amazon.
watch it.
But yeah, we'll
Actually,
definitely
no, because I
watch
don't
that.
have Amazon, and I'm not going to download it for them.
Heck no,
You're
Blake.
not that important.
Sticking with Blake, another crew member is speaking out about her behavior on the set. She is saying, I think she was on a radio show or Australia something. This cast member or crew member, sorry, excuse me, is quote saying that I feel like maybe Blake smelled Justin Baldoni's kindness, mistook it for weakness, and tried to take advantage and take power. The cast or the crew member referred to Baldoni as one of the few directors she has worked with who has been kind and respectful, said on the newly released episode, 60 Minutes Australia.
Oh, 60 Minutes Australia.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't get her here. Maybe she's Australian.
Probably. So yeah, that's the second person coming out in the last 2 weeks that is sharing their experience on set, which I feel like it took a while, like for people to speak up.
Maybe they were waiting to see how the legal or how the back and forth legal stuff was going. Now that it's been a little bit quiet, maybe they're like, okay, now it's maybe our time to like.
Justin Baldoni's attorney is like, speak.
Yeah.
Since
I've been talking all this time,
yeah,
you all
your
can talk
turn.
now.
I mean, that is kind of like a good move as an attorney, because if you're the one talking and then you tell people, don't talk, let me talk, and just in case a judge muffles me, you still have your testimony that won't overlap mine but continues the narrative.
It's literally playing out. It's like the people's court. They're bringing up all the witnesses.
Yeah.
They're planting their stories. I'm sure all the witnesses are going to be like doing their own stories out there.
But yeah, those were, you don't want to add anything?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Love Island.
For my Love Island USA Season 6 fans, last year it took us by storm, this cast creating, big money for this USA version. Well, they're going to be doing a spinoff with the cast. There was rumors that they were going to do it. Now we know that it's actually official. Peacock is going to have a spinoff where they kind of follow their lives post the show. Since they blew up, became super famous, they're influencers. People just want to know about their lives. They're going to have the majority of the cast members, with the exception of Cordell and Rob. Cordell, who is Odell Beckham's brother, he's not going to not be in the show. Serena's on there. He's just going to be popping up because apparently he's signed on to do a scripted show or something like that at the same time. And Rob, that's not surprising because Rob is not on TV all the time. So that's some good news for us Love Island fans.
That's all you, girl.
Love Island.
But let's now move on to our main topics for this episode. We are going to look at Time's 100 most influential people. Well, we were just speaking about Blake Lively. Miss Thing is on the list. So people were shocked this week when Time magazine included Blake Lively in its Time 100 most influential people in the world list, which according to the magazine recognizes the leaders shaping the world today and defining its future. She was named as a Titan.
All right. So,
do you think
somebody was paid? So I was reading a comment on the Times post thing, and somebody said that the editor of the Times magazine is the brother or cousin of somebody that worked on one of the Wolverine movie things. So it was probably like a favor done. I don't know. That's speculation based on that one comment, but I'm sure people can do the work.
I just don't know. Like Taylor Swift's not even on the list. I didn't see her.
But I'm like, Blake, since when has Blake Lively ever been considered a titan of industry? Yeah. And at this moment in time, why would you all even include her?
At this point, it's her second time being named, but I think her first time was like more Gossip Girl era, like her prime. Not even like Travis, the Kelsey brothers. I didn't see them on there, and I feel like they're super influential right now.
But I'm like, what was it this year that Blake Lively did? Was it her over promotion of It Ends With Us and trying to pop up her hair and alcoholic brand? Like, is that because I know other celebrities have done the same thing?
I feel like if you take away the lawsuit.
What has she done?
Yeah.
What has she done that makes her a titan of industry? Yeah. I don't get it.
I will tell you some other people that are on the list. We have Time reveals the annual list of people in the world. This issue has 5 worldwide covers, each highlighting the member of the Time 100. Under the actor and producer, we have Demi Moore. She's on the cover representing actors and producers. Artists and entrepreneurs, Snoop Dogg. former tennis player and entrepreneur Serena Williams, singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran, and co-founder and CEO of Google DeepMind, Demis Hassabis. For the 6th year in a row, Time Studios and ABC will present the 2025 Time 100, the world's most influential people primetime television special, bringing viewers inside the 19th annual Times 100 Gala, airing on Sunday, May 4th. This makes me think it already happened.
That was actually...
So they do it. It's on Hulu. I don't think they air it. Maybe they air it like on a Sunday night on ABC, but I remember playing, I don't know what year it was. I think it was the year Taylor Swift might have been on it because that's what I wanted to watch it for. And I just had it playing in my apartment, and it's just like, kind of looks like a wedding highlight reel. Like everyone's there, everyone walks the red carpet, they have a dinner, they have performers, and it's just basically like a little highlight reel of like the night. They have a host, and it's obvious that the host will have like one-liners to add to the show, and then they'll have moments where guests or people that are named have like little snippets, and it runs to a package of like some kind of highlight, and it's very much a hyper-produced show.
Is this the one that Taylor Swift won, that Times Person of the Year, or is this different?
I think it's different.
Right, the Times 100.
But she's been in the most influential. I remember she performed. It was right when Red came out because she sang the 10-minute version of All Too Well.
Oh, okay.
And she had Sandra Oh introduce her, something like that.
Oh, okay.
She loves Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like during that time.
Okay. Well, we'll see if Blake Lively will be
I think she is. I think the article I read plans that she will make an appearance along with Kristen Bell, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's probably going to perform. But
Gossip Girl here. Serena is at this.
But no, I will see. I will sacrifice myself, guys, and fast forward
for us.
I will fast forward through this show for you. Now on to topic number 2, which has people buzzing. Blue Origin's all-female crew, which included pop star Katy Perry, completed their trip into space Monday morning. The flight lasted around, I'm so sorry I don't name everyone else, I do, but I'm just trying to keep it short.
Names.
The flight lasted around 11 minutes and traveled more than 60 miles above Earth, according to Blue Origin, passing the Kármán line, which is 62 miles above sea level, is considered to be the boundary between Earth atmosphere and outer space. And a lot of interesting takes. Okay. Let's start off with, let me say that I don't care. I don't care. This is something that is privately funded. At the end of the day, like, it's not my money, it's not my tax. I don't care. Do I find it that I found their comments like leading up to the event a little bothersome when they're like, oh, we're gonna have full makeup and full glam? Like, it was just like, oh, girl, like, stop. However, the way people have been criticizing them, even though I agree with the whole, like, there's so much bigger things going on in the world, like, how are you flaunting your money when there's people that can't buy eggs? It's the same energy I would have loved 3 years ago when Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and the guy from Virgin were all in this huge space race. And like, why didn't we have such an issue when the men were fighting to go in space? And literally, like, they're the ones developing space tourism. Like, why aren't we mad at them for wasting their money on something that some people might not think helps the world? Again, it's their money. If they don't want to help the world, we know who they are, like, whatever. It's just, for me, like, that is so, like, if we're going to be mad, we should have been mad like 3 years ago. But then it's not my money. And I love Gayle King, so I'm not going to speak badly about her. Katy Perry is just so...
Gayle King was out there being a journalist.
Yeah.
She had
and then
a journalistic obligation.
The other 2 girls, they're former NASA
astro.
Yeah, one's a scientist, one's a former NASA astronaut. Like, they should have been there. Like,
1000%.
Yeah, like.
My question is Katy Perry. Like, what does Katy Perry need to be there for?
What's her name? Sanchez.
Lauren Sanchez. I mean, we all know why she's there. She's like engaged to the guy who's
like, I get it.
Up there.
Like, if I was with someone that owned something so spectacular,
but
I'd be
like, I cannot get over Katy Perry looking in the camera with a daisy.
Well, you get it, right? It's because of her daughter, but it's just kind of like, It was giving model. It was giving like, this is gonna be on somewhere. She's gonna frame it.
It was funny.
But again, like it is what it is. Unfortunately, there are people that flaunt their money, and we also don't know if these people paid for it or they got invited for free. They do not disclose that. Again, it's a private company. We don't know that. It's just a way to attract, like, space tourism is going to be something. And I'm just saying, if you're going to be mad at the group of women, be mad at the group of men who started everything 3 years ago. And you could tell me, well, people could afford eggs 3 years ago. Not everyone can afford eggs all the time. Like, it doesn't matter. Just because more people can afford eggs this year or not this year.
And would have the same reaction would have been the same if it was a different time and everything was fine. Like, I think people still would have had this reaction.
And I also do, like, I don't want to take away the credit of, like, the two actual scientists that were there. Like, these, not only are they women, but they're, you know, women of color. Like, one of them, I believe, I'm not going to say it because I don't know, but she was of South Asian descent, or Asian descent, excuse me. And then we had Aisha Bowe. She's obviously a Black woman, so she's representing a lot of minority there. And Gail Keane, a journalist. So I do, like, I don't want to overlook that either. I think it's so important. And Lauren Sanchez, she's Hispanic. Like, there is some good out there. And I'm pretty sure, you know, whether they inspired one little girl to be like, oh, I could be that, whether she wants to do it in full glam, it's nice, but it's just like a lose-lose situation.
You could tell the relief on their faces when they made
Especially
it back to Earth. Like, they thought they could possibly die. I thought they could have possibly died.
Would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't?
Well, if it's, like, secure in the future, like, test it on, like, 1 million people, and then I will give it a shot.
So I would used to say, like, absolutely not, but it kind of felt like they just kind of went up, and then they kind of went down, and I'm like, okay, the worst thing that can happen is it blows up. But if it just falls back down, I don't think, oh, they don't land on water.
No, they're landing on the dirt.
dirt.
Like, they could have died.
Yeah.
That's why, like, Katy Perry kissed the ground.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
I understood it.
But yeah, that's
her take on it.
I
really don't care either way.
Yeah,
I just think it was just entertaining to watch.
Absolutely, and then the Kardashians were there, but they're really good friends with Bezos.
I love how, like, people are like, oh, we don't get the commentary of NASA scientists, but we get the Kardashians' opinion on them going up in space.
But
yeah, the all too well, like, 10-minute version movie is longer than their space travel trip, but who's complaining?
Who's complaining? I do think that we do need to switch the definition of an astronaut, because I believe just the fact that they went into space makes them an astronaut.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So we need to reevaluate that as a society.
Like, what is change?
Space traveler, space visitor.
Okay, yeah.
As to an astronaut.
A temporary space visitor.
Yeah. In space. I don't know. We need to reevaluate that. Yeah. But moving on, let's go back down to earth, specifically a desert, Coachella desert, that is. Well, the first weekend of Coachella 2025 is in the books, and along with surprise guests, song debuts, and celebrity sightings that take place in the desert of Indio, California. Each year, we also had some mini controversies, of course, surrounding the Saturday night headliner. Green Day topped the Saturday bill, although Travis Scott closed out the main stage that night. While Charli XCX played ahead of the pop-punk veterans over the weekend, she was spotted wearing a sash that read, "Miss Should Be Headliner."
Yeah, I saw that.
And then, of course, we had Lady Gaga Friday night, which I'm just going to dive into it. Miss Lady
do
Gaga brought opera to the house, and she just did not disappoint.
I cried. I don't know why. I was like, I'm just going to clean and watch her performance because I just need to hear the music. No, I had to watch it. I could stop cleaning because it's like she put on a whole opera. She brought an opera house to the desert, and I'm obsessed. There was several acts. There were 3 acts. There was chess pieces. There was, I don't know.
Oldies and new ones.
Oh my gosh,
and
it was so incredible.
As I was watching, I was very much like, what am I watching? Like, what is this experience that I cannot comprehend? It is too advanced for me. I will say that because it was just so beautiful. But it made me think how ungrateful some people that were witnessing it. I'm like, how did they get to?
They were so quiet. So I thought that, because you know how they drown out the outside noise so you can listen to it. I was watching TikToks of the Coachella performance from the crowd. People were quiet. How are you all quiet?
They were probably so confused.
I hope Weekend 2 learns from Weekend 1's reactions, because they were not it. I need to be screaming. I was screaming at my TV screen, like, yes!
But like, now I'm just like, do I need to go see Lady Gaga on tour?
Oh my gosh, if that's just a taste of what her tour is gonna be like, I probably won't go, but it looks like it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, she's at war with herself on a chessboard.
Yeah.
With her
and
past.
it's like a story.
It's just
Well,
so
it's really
intricate.
acts.
She was singing in the balcony, like
so pretty.
Romeo and Juliet. Her costumes, her hair. Oh my God, it was just, even her backup dancers, when they were doing their thing while she did her costume change.
Yeah.
Incredible. I have never been this big of a Lady Gaga fan. Well, I'm not a super fan still. Sorry, everyone. But
like, you wouldn't die for her.
no, I wouldn't die for her, but I absolutely think that
Respect.
she was the best act out of Coachella this weekend. I think she should have been the Saturday headliner, because, like, what? Lady Gaga on a Friday? She was just
Not
like,
even
phone
a
it in, everyone
Saturday.
else, because I killed it.
Killed it. But let's talk about the fashion a little bit. I think most celebrities went the I guess, low-key version of things.
I think like the Kardashian clan friends went low-key, and then there's still the people
We
that...
still have some influencers. Unfortunately, I did notice a lot of millennial influencers are still trying to make this hyper fashion moment, and I just don't think they're hitting.
People wearing leather,
Yes.
leather tutus. Leather in the desert, people. Why? Why? I'm sorry, fashion's cool, but you cannot catch me in leather
Heat stroke
ensemble.
is not cool.
No, death over fashion.
Yeah, so a lot of people like Timothée Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, and Justin and Hailey Bieber mingled in the crowd with regular festival guests, and they were able very much to blend in because of how low-key their outfits were. If you look up Timothée Chalamet...
Oh, he looked like a teenager that went to Coachella for the first time.
Yeah, with his,
in charge of his girlfriend's stuff, because he has the big backpack.
We also saw Kendall Jenner out there. She was spotted with Miss Stormy Webster. It is said that Kylie and Timothy left before Travis Scott's set, but then Kendall came in with Stormy, and Stormy was able to see her dad. Other celebrities seen this weekend, we have Dylan Efron, Julia Fox, Paris Hilton, Dove Cameron, Dwayne Wade, Jenny from... Was it
Blackpink. Jenny,
Lisa,
Rosé.
And then Patrick Schwarzenegger was out there too.
Yes, him and Guy Talk
Guy
were
Talk.
watching Lisa perform. Aw, Guy Talk. He was like posting on his Instagram, look at all these celebrities I'm with. Like, you are a celebrity, Guy Talk.
Yeah, so I love to see that. I don't know his real name either. He's like British, I think.
Oh, really?
But him and Patrick were out there supporting Lisa Mook out there. I don't know. Nothing too crazy happened where they're like, oh,
no.
You know, back in the day when they would like spot celebrities doing drugs and like take pictures of them.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy like that has happened.
I think people just assume they're doing the drugs anyways.
Yeah. So.
But I have to say the crowd was just terrible. Like, all the performances I was watching, I'm like, give me your ticket. I'll be more excited in that crowd. It was just so quiet. I hope not season 2. I know the
Weekend 2.
They usually say like weekend 1 is for all the influencers so they can go show themselves off, and weekend 2 is when people are actually there for the music. So I better see some screaming during Lady Gaga's set.
Absolutely. But there was, if you want to see the inside, I guess, behind the scenes of like the camps and the traffic and the bathrooms, go to TikTok. That's where everyone's posting everything. And it makes me never want to go unless I'm like VIP.
No, that does not look fun at all. Being in the desert, you have to camp. Me? Camp? Yeah, no, I'm good. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to watch it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I know that it's obviously 2 hours behind, at least Central Time in California. You can play back these sets at your convenience.
So Coachella usually has a live stream from their stages on weekend 1, and you just watch them live on YouTube. But just like every YouTube that goes live, it's saved and you could just go watch it back. And so definitely go watch Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga specifically.
That's who we're endorsing. And now we're going to move on to recapping the episode of Khloe Kardashian on Call Her Daddy. I will say did not finish it all.
Oh, you didn't.
But I read an article because
Okay.
I'm waiting for Khloe to watch it because she saw that we were going to listen to it. She's like, when is that? But I do have the main takeaways from the episode. She is the first Kardashian to be on Call Her Daddy. I think it also comes with her trying to push her own podcast.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
Khloe in Wonderland, which I haven't really heard. I think she's had good guests, but nothing like headliner.
Hearing about her, she explained what her podcast is about, and it's like she's like anything I think of, like, wow, I'm really curious about that. I just bring an expert in that field, and we just go back and forth and talk about it. Like, she's like, I'm really into documentaries right now, so like I'll have like an astronomer because talking about like the world's gonna end and all these things, and I'm like, okay. But I love her voice. She has such a good like podcast. Like,
well, she is
talking
the original
voice.
podcaster, Khloe After Dark. If you know, you know. And she kind of obviously has a little recap with Alex Cooper about her life. These are the three main takeaways that we kind of are learning. There's some stuff that I totally knew about. As an avid Kardashian listener fan, Khloe Kardashian recalls going ballistic after finding out ex Lamar Odom cheated. You knew, like, if you know that she found him cheating and like started beating up the girl and kind of thing. She says that she was 26 when it happened, and it was just.
I think I kind of was zoned out during that.
Yeah,
part.
that she said that she looked into a window and she doesn't recall if the woman was like in lingerie or just fully nude, but she obviously saw them together and just went in there and went ballistic. And then security was called, like her security, and then her mom came and all that stuff. She goes into detail also about how the two times Tristan cheated on her, Kim was the one who knew first, and she's asked if she would, how does she feel about that? And she said, well, if someone has to tell me, at least a family member is telling me.
Alex Cooper also asked her, like, which situation was worse? Was it the first time he cheated or the second time? At first she said the first time because it was kind of like I was pregnant, and like if he would have done this to me when I was 6 months pregnant, I would have been like, see you later. But because it was like 48 hours before me giving birth, like I want to be in my bliss with my partner. But she said obviously like the second time was you already gave that person a chance despite having a feeling like I still couldn't trust him. She was like, that was kind of like, damn, like.
She also, you know what I realized though? I realized that she has never had like a peaceful pregnancy.
No.
Like in both of her pregnancies, she found out some kind of
cheating.
Like,
second time he had a baby with somebody else.
Yeah. She talked about how her marriage with Lamar Odom was one of the best chapters in her life.
Yeah.
She said that she was so naive as a young child, but it was very like love. When there was love, and it was low, it was low. Speaking on the Tristan thing, she said that she believes Tristan Thompson romance disappointed Kendall and Kylie Jenner. She said that when she decided to go back with them, she felt that she disappointed them and was kind of like insinuating like she wasn't showing them the good example that she should do, because they were very much like, you don't have to be back with him. And then she just said
it was just in their faces. She was like, they will never admit to it ever.
They didn't say I'm disappointed in you, but
it's like you know the face when somebody's like, oh.
Yeah, and it kind of like, it's hard because obviously if you've watched the Kardashians, you know that she has kind of practically raised these girls with Kris. Like she was like their mom because she was the youngest girl. And she could feel that her actions disappointed them and set a bad example for them, even though they're older, but...
she said because she's always the sister that's like, no, like don't take that kind of disrespect, this and that. And it's like, oh, well, I'm, not kind of listening to my own.
Yeah. But the whole episode's about an hour and 5 minutes, which I'm actually quite surprised that within an hour there wasn't anything like, whoa, drama, like exclusive or anything like that.
It was just like learning a little bit more about, like, it was just very much a question back and forth type thing. Like, I didn't know that the Kardashians were essentially supposed to be a filler because Lindsay Lohan had a reality show that she ended up pulling last minute. So Ryan Seacrest was like, I need something to just fill this up 6 episodes. And they're like, oh, we'll just do it. Like, she was like, we never really thought much into it because we didn't think it would go anywhere because we're just a filler show. But then obviously, like, they've catapulted into this. And she also said, like, she wants to be considered, like, she says, like, she understands why people say, she hates it when they say they don't have any talent because while they don't sing and dance, they do market and they know how to, like, make a business and how to be successful. And she's like, that's in and of itself, like,
there's 6 of them that have been
a
successful.
talent, yeah.
Like, these are 6 women, right? 3, 4, I guess, 6 with Chris, that have been able to each sustain their own brand as a group individually and build empires. And, like, imagine 2 of your kids being billionaire. Like, not a lot of people even can say
but
one.
if it was a man, like, everyone would be
like
raving
marketing
about
genius.
how, And also, it was just really interesting to just know a little bit about her. She, like, answered questions like Rob does not live with her. I don't know what else there was. But, yeah, it was an interesting little Coco moment.
Which I forget how much I like Khloe sometimes.
Oh my God, I've always been a fan of Khloe.
Like, she's it. She's the
I think she is the realest one of them all. And she said that, also other questions, like, is it true that Kris Jenner, like, plants stories when things bad are happening? She said, no, that's not true, but she wishes that, like, she had more power like that. And also questions about how much say they have in the final edits of Keeping Up. She said that they don't really change storylines ever. She said herself she's never touched a storyline. She just likes things to play out because that's how it's been her whole life. But she said they just change little things, like Kourtney likes to take out when she says like too much or something like that. But
like more aesthetic stuff, like, oh, I look bad on there.
Nothing crazy.
Not necessarily I look bad because of what I said, but because I don't look good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's something I'll definitely finish. And
it was inspiring also, like, her explaining what it's like to be a 40-year-old woman, single parent, like how she's more at peace and she's trying to just put herself more out there. She said no more NBA players. No more NBA players, according to her. So
she needs a businessman.
Yeah.
She needs
finance.
She needs like
I need a man in finance. 6'5".
I always talk about, or I always think in my head how, like, Corey is so loyal to Kris Jenner because I feel like any girl that would try to be like a sneaky link with him would have already been like, I got him, or like it just would have already been out there.
He's like, I have bigger plans.
Bigger plans. But so that's our little recap with Call Her Daddy guest Khloe Kardashian. Yeah. Are you, before we wrap up, are you planning on watching anything this weekend? Anything that you want to recommend?
What am I? Oh, I've started watching this show called Paradise on Hulu. It's kind of like a whodunit type thing, kind of exploring like what a different type of universe is, like following the death of a president. That's really good. I highly recommend Pulse, guys. Pulse. It's like 10 episodes, super quick watch. And if you like Black Mirror, the season's kind of whatever, out there, but it's out there.
Okay. I think I'm not.
Oh, and The Last of Us. I started watching The Last of Us. That's taking over the White Lotus slot. Critics who have seen the series say it's not a good sophomore season.
Oh, really?
That's the first episode. I kind of thought was mid. So
you watched the the other season? Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. It's too scary for me. But yeah, that does it for us. Be sure to. Oh, before we go, we do want to bring up our prom dress drive.
Yes.
Last year we did it. We invited people here locally from Laredo to stop by our station to drop off new or gently used formal apparel for high school students. We team up with 2 local school districts to kind of host this drive for one day on Earth Day, which is next Tuesday. And then anyone is welcome here to just drop off, usually during their lunch, during, in the morning, whenever you're able to. And we make sure that these items get to the right kids that need it the most.
And we heard it's a success. We heard that a lot of kids enjoyed the donations from last time, and we got a huge turnout.
Yeah, last year we got close to 200 items that included dresses, suits, ties, and they could be long, they could be short. These kids, even though we call it a prom dress drive, we ask for any formal wear because this closet is open to students who might need it for a banquet, who might need it for a scholarship event, for graduation, under their cap and gown. And unfortunately, we all know the economy. A lot of families can't have that extra cash to probably go out like a sparkly shoes, sparkly jewelry, and this is an opportunity that we can help out.
And vintage is in, so
yeah,
why buy new when you can just wear what was happening?
Yeah, and last year we had some beautiful dresses.
Oh yeah, I wanted to take some.
Yeah, but so that's happening here in Laredo, obviously next Tuesday.
April 22nd.
If you're not, if you still want to help out and you're not local, just contact us. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Whether you want to donate cash and we could go buy a dress and donate it on your behalf, or whatever it may be, we are more than willing to help. But the flyer and information, the address and the times, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., that's all on our Instagram page.
Absolutely. So if you need all those details,
yes,
check it out, as well as our information and updates on our show.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for tuning in.